most beginners go wrong. They jump straight into the writing instead of reading the grant application. What are the instructions? The FOA literally tells you what the funder wants, how they score you, and what to include. What if I told you there's a simple formula behind every successful grant, and it helped me generate over $100,000? Not from luck, not from being a perfect writer, but from following a repeatable system that most people completely skip. And today I'm breaking it down for you. If you're new here, I'm Holly Rustick, and I help aspiring and seasoned grant writers replace their full-time income on part-time hours writing grants from home and scale revenue while having more freedom. Here's the truth. Most people think grant writing is about writing. It's not. It's about strategy. And we really leaned into that in 2025. Side note here, AI does not need to take your job when you leverage the strategy I'm teaching you today. In fact, by leaning into being a grant strategist, our students in our programs made more money in their grant writing businesses in 2025, even when federal grant funding froze. Once you understand that, you unlock everything and have long-term financial security. When I first started, I had imposter syndrome. So I'd stare at a blank page, overthink every sentence, and still feel like I had no idea what I was doing. But everything changed when I stopped writing and started following a formula. That's when I began securing funding and building real income. And it's the same process my students now use to land their first clients, sign retainers, and even replace their full-time income and quit their toxic jobs. So let's break down the exact formula. I call it the grants formula. And it is an acronym because I'm a grant writer. So the G stands for Get the FOA, and FOA is Funding Opportunity Announcement, basically the grant instructions. This is where most beginners go wrong. They jump straight into the writing instead of reading the grant application. What are the instructions? The FOA literally tells you what the funder wants, how they score you, and what to include. A pro tip here is turn the FOA into your outline. So you're not guessing, you're aligning. If you don't have a grant application identified, that's fine. Skip to the next part and then come back here when you do. All you have to identify is your first 1 to 3 priority programs that you want funding for the next 12 months. The next part of the grants formula is R. Research the need and target population. This is the emotional driver of your grant. Who are you serving? What problem are you solving? This is where funding decisions are made. Because funders don't just fund ideas. I know you have a need, right? Every nonprofit that applies for a grant has a need, but you have to identify it. They want to fund solutions to real problems. For example, in Smith County, 35% of low-income high school students are not graduating on time compared to the state average of 18%. Students do not have access to after-school academic support and mentorship, which contributes to lower academic performance and increased dropout rates. And then you would cite this from Smith or whatever, 2025, right? When you have that, it's very clear and emotional. It's not, we need money, right? Very, very different. Now let's get into the A of the grants formula. Articulate your goal. Now you flip that problem into a clear outcome. Not vague, not fluffy, but very specific. For example, instead of we help youth succeed, you're saying the goal of this program is to increase high school graduation rates among low-income students from 35% to 45% in Smith County in 12 months. That's powerful and specific. Do you see the difference? Now let's get into N, narrow, SMART objectives. So what is SMART? It's not about having a PhD, it actually is an acronym. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This is what reviewers are actually scoring, and they do score your grants. And this is where most people lose points. For example, a SMART objective would be, by the end of 12 months, 65% of participating low-income high school students in Smith County will improve their GPA by at least 10% and remain on track for on-time graduation through participation in an after-school tutoring and mentorship program. Very clear. Now let's get into T. timetable your activities. Now we answer, how are we actually going to do this? How are we going to get that graduation rate? What happens first? Who's responsible? What's the timeline? This turns your idea actually into a plan, and really like a business plan. So let's look at a task. A task could be to create material to promote the program, right? You want students in there. The timeline could be the first 1 to 3 months. The role responsible could be the project director. And task 2 could be hiring 2 part-time tutors. The timeline could be maybe up to 5 months. The role responsible, project director. So that's how simple this can be. Now let's get into the S. And this is your final part of the grants formula. Create a strategic budget. Your strategic budget needs to follow your timelines. So you want to make sure that it is also smart, you have your outcomes included, and you don't lose credibility. So you definitely want to make sure that your budget does follow what you say you're going to do. You said you're going to hire a project director, right? To help with that under your activities, you need to pay them. You said you're going to have 2 part-time tutors in your task. You need to put money inside your budget for that. You also said you were going to launch, awareness materials. You need to put those materials in your budget. If you also had mentorship, you'd have to put that in there, etc. If you needed to lease a place for that, you could put that there. You need to include everything from your activities in that budget. Grants are like layers. You have a problem, goal, objectives, activities, and the budget. If you skip this whole structure, remember, this is a formulaic process, you're going to fail. All right, so you remember this. You don't just write grants, you build scalable projects. And I've seen this work over and over again. I've had students land their very first clients within weeks, start charging retainers, replace their 9-to-5 income, and even scale to consistent monthly revenue, not because they were perfect writers, but because they followed this grants formula. This system. This is the same system I used in my best-selling book, The Beginner's Guide to Grant Writing, that is used in universities and nonprofits all over the world. So if you're sitting there thinking, okay, I get the formula, I even have an acronym, grants, how do I actually apply this? That's exactly what I teach inside the Freelance Grant Writer Academy. It walks you through this step by step. The entire grants formula with examples, multiple examples, and we even do unlimited grant reviews. So if you're new to this formula, we got you. We also show you how to find clients and turn this into consistent income. And if you're already writing grants and ready to scale, that's where my mentorship comes in, where we focus on raising your rates, building systems, and creating real stability in your business. I'll drop the links below so you can check those out. If this helped you, make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which part of the grants formula do you struggle with the most. Because once you master this, grant writing becomes a whole lot simple and a whole lot more profitable. I'll see you in the next video.